Greetings, Wayne. Come with me. As a fellow apostle of technology, I thought you might appreciate this.
What you're doing. Well, that kind of love is rare.
My wife followed your goings-on in the society columns, Wayne. You're more familiar with lust than love.
That's how I know how precious that kind of love is.
What do you propose?
I own technology companies, Victor. Big ones. You could house and protect her, continue your research to cure her.
Why? Why would you do this?
Your wife deserves it, right? The innocent deserve our protection.
You're right about that much. I may have misjudged you.
7 Army, just before we start this video, I left a straw poll down in the first link in the description. I want you to vote to whether you want the Walking Dead videos to start from next week. Soon enough, I will be making Walking Dead videos, but I'm not sure if it's too early due to, you know, Walking Dead Season 4 is probably in pre-production / production right now. So if you want theory videos and discussion videos to come out, and, you know, if you vote yes, if the majority of you vote yes, I will start publishing them on YouTube from next week. Yo, what's up, you lot? My name is Asif. Welcome back, guys, to another Telltale Batman video. So in today's Batman video, we're going to be saying about how Bruce Wayne will survive. How will Season 2, Episode 4, the penultimate episode, start? Let's go back in time. Let's look at Season 2, Episode 3. So obviously what we know, as you can see on the screen right now, you can see that you can either have two choices. You can either have yourself actually be the bait, and you can actually give yourself up to be the mole and, you know, the snake in the group, or you can actually give up Catwoman, lie, and say it's her, she's the mole in the group. Obviously you can only save one, either yourself or Selina. So I'm gonna go with the first option because most people did decide to rat themselves out and save Selina. So the first option is going to be, what will happen to Bruce Wayne? Will Bruce Wayne really die in the penultimate episode? No, he will not die. And I'll tell you the main reason to why he's not going to die. I was thinking really hard about how he could survive, because you saw him go inside the ice popsicle, the chamber, and he was about to get frozen to death. However, let's go back in time. Obviously, you could have seen by the little preview I did at the beginning, the little intro I did at the beginning. There's a reason why I put Mr. Freeze, because Mr. Freeze, he cares about his wife Nora. That's all he cares about. Now obviously if you don't know or you don't remember, Mr. Freeze had his wife Nora who died, and he's actually been freezing her and doing experiments on her to try bring her back to life. Now how likely is she gonna survive and actually be back, you know, brought to life? Not very likely. However, with someone like Bruce Wayne, we can see them two actually have formed a relationship, even though Mr. Freeze didn't really like Bruce Wayne at first. But however, Bruce Wayne, he's got a lot of technological advancements. He's a multi-millionaire, maybe even a billionaire man with a great company, you know, expensive gadgets, everything to do, anything that can actually maybe give a bit of hope to Mr. Freeze he has. You know, Mr. Freeze, think about it, he is a good guy, but, you know, he's obviously blinded by Nora's fate, and so he's within the group, you know, he's with Harley Quinn, Bane, and all them people just because they might be able to steal stuff that might actually help his wife Nora. That's the only reason he's in this group. He doesn't really act the same as them. He's always more of an introvert, and he always keeps to himself. With Bruce Wayne, Bruce already said that he's got a lot of, you know, he's got a lot of money, etc. So why would Mr. Freeze kill Bruce Wayne when really Bruce Wayne is the only one who can actually possibly save Nora's life? I don't think Mr. Freeze would ever give up the opportunity. So obviously Mr. Freeze probably sabotaged the chamber and made it so it is going to be pretty cold for Mr. Wayne. However, Mr. Wayne will probably not die, because you know, Mr. Freeze is a very smart man. He's you know, he knows a lot about temperature and stuff. So obviously Mr. Wayne is not going to die. Bruce Wayne is not going to die. Mr. Freeze probably tempered with the whole chamber to make it look like, you know, he's going to freeze to death, but really it's just going to be very snowy and stuff like that inside the actual chamber. So I don't think he's going to be dying. Also, it's very important to see how, you know, Mr. Alfred, you know, our best friend Alfred, he gave us like a little temperature thing where we can actually see, okay, wow, we can regulate how hot an area can get or how cold an area can get.
I finished up a new feature for your contacts. Lucius nearly completed it before. Well, I've been fiddling with it to keep myself occupied. At any rate, your contacts now have the capability to detect heat signatures. Cold, too, because, well, with Mr. Freeze, you never know.
because, you know, of Nora. You know, Nora means a lot to Mr. Freeze, and he doesn't want her to die. So that was Bruce Wayne's side. I do think it's going to be a very small part of the series. You know, you might think, okay, wow, Bruce Wayne, he might die, but generally I do think, because it is at the beginning, you know, we're not going to have a hard time getting out of it. It's going to be a very small part of the big episode. Moving on to Catwoman's side, how will she survive? Now obviously Catwoman is not as important to Mr. Freeze as Bruce Wayne, so I can't say that the whole idea of Mr. Freeze actually sabotaging the whole chamber so he can actually stay alive, but actually trick the group, I don't think that's going to be possible, just because, you know, he's not important to her. She doesn't offer much to the table. She doesn't bring much to the table either. You know, she's not really much for technology, so I'm not sure. I mean, obviously Catwoman actually fought back, and it looks like she might have lost an arm. I don't know, because you can obviously see part of her arm is actually frozen off if you decide to rat her out instead. So I'm not sure about that. Possibly we can obviously probably be Bruce Wayne that actually tries to get her out of that area. You know, we could probably use the items that Mr. Alfred gave to us, because we can regulate how cold or hot the area will get inside the chamber. So with us regulating the temperature, we'll probably come to her rescue instead of Mr. Freeze coming to our rescue. So those are the alternate pathways. Obviously it's up to you guys to think if I'm right or wrong. Do you guys think this is a sensible theory or not? Other than that, guys, remember, leave a comment down below on what you think of this theory, and obviously click the first link in the description to actually vote on whether you want the Walking Dead discussion and theory videos to start. I've made one every now and then, but I might have to doing them more consistently, because we're almost getting back into the Walking Dead season. You know, it's 2018. It'll probably be within the spring, earlier hopefully, but obviously we want Walking Dead videos. I love making them, you love watching them, and so everything will be fine. Batman is obviously coming to an end soon, so I do want to actually bring it back. However, it's up to you to say if you think it's too early to bring back the Walking Dead videos, or should I start them already. Other than that, guys, subscribe, like, comment, and stay humble. In a bit.